Listen to me, Pookie. You don't get an award for wearing less makeup. You don't get an award for dressing more chill. Looks do matter. You ever wonder why good things always seem to be happening to really good-looking people? Now ask yourself, why do you consider certain people to be really good-looking? I guarantee you, any person that you look at and whoa, that person is smoking, is putting effort into their appearance, and you should too. First impressions are everything. Every single time you walk into a room, you are being judged. Every time you put up a video online, post a picture, or just walk down the street, you are being judged, and people can make very snap decisions that could impact you. I go to work, right? I work as a stylist and a sales associate in person. Do you know the amount of people that will come directly up to me without me even having to say anything and ask me to help them find something nice for them to wear, or ask me style advice or something just because I look put together? And it could be a day where I didn't really even put it on to my standards, but I have on a black blazer, black pants, and a black loafer. And they're coming directly up to me, beelining it to me because they trust what I'm saying. Now imagine the opposite scenario. Imagine one of my coworkers is a sales associate and a stylist, and she looks disheveled. Her hair is in a very messy bun. She has on dingy leggings and a crop top. Do you think people are going to ask her for styling advice, and do you think that they're going to trust her judgment? Chances are no. Now, I know it's cool in fashion for some people to look a little disheveled. That's a look now, but I'm being very specific on what I'm talking about. You should be looking your best because your first impressions are important. And I'm talking about job interviews too. I don't know when you guys started making it socially acceptable to show up wearing whatever you want to a job interview. Put on a blouse or put on a button up and put on some type of khaki pant, a tailored pant, something. You shouldn't have holes in your jeans. You shouldn't be wearing a mini skirt. You shouldn't have on little shorts and a crop top. I don't know. I wanted to blame the pandemic, but it's 2025. Learn how to present yourself professionally in a space, okay? Especially if you're going to an interview, because that is quite literally the first impression. What you look like can make or break you getting a job. Think about it. I can tell you right now, somebody coming in Croc sandals and denim cutoffs and a crop top is a lot less likely to get the stylist position than someone who came in literally just a basic button up and pants. When you look good, you feel good. Do you know how much better of a day you're going to have if you decide to put just a little bit of effort into the way you look? I'll give you an example. You ever put on a really cute outfit and you just feel like you're having such a good day, or you do your makeup that day and you're just like, nothing can get me down. Nobody's gonna slow me down. You know what I mean? You're just walking down the street and it's like, what I want, I'm gonna stop singing. You just feel really good. You feel like you're in the swing of things. Things are going well, and honestly, things are happening for you. I go to the airport making sure that I look well dressed every single time. And do you know what happens? People are a lot more willing to help you. Now, we're gonna get into pretty privilege and all of that too, so don't start talking about that. I'm talking about someone who looks like they're going somewhere is just going to have a better experience. Not just externally, but internally as well. Because when you look good, you feel good. You feel like encouraged to be more productive. Imagine you walking down the street. Now, I don't know your life, but let's say you got beef with an ex or something. Imagine you run into your ex with his, her, their new person, and you look a mess. Not only do you look a mess, you decided, I'm not even gonna brush my hair today. You don't even have lip gloss on, or chapstick for that matter. You put zero effort. And because of that, now you're running into somebody and you look a mess. And do you know what he, she, or they are gonna tell people? I ran into my ex and whoa, did they look a mess? Did that put some fire under you? Good. Get up, brush your hair, put on some lashes, do what you need to do. Do what you need to do to feel your best. You don't have to beat your face every day, But every now and then, don't act like putting on makeup is gonna feel like a crime. You know what I mean? If it's really not your thing, so be it. But sometimes, and this one specifically for ladies, you don't get an award for putting less effort into your look. I know that there's a lot of propaganda out there to always have women look their best or be natural or it's too much. You can't win as a woman, but what you can do is put your best foot forward. And if you know your best foot is putting on a little lipstick, girl, put on a lipstick. You're not gonna die from the lipstick. You understand what I'm saying? So do that and watch how much better you feel about the day. Your confidence is gonna skyrocket, not just from makeup, but just from trying, from putting on a clean shirt and ironing it, or steaming it, or washing it. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, it can be the simplest things, but it gets overcomplicated because you think, okay, if I don't look like an Instagram baddie every day, I might as well just not try. What kind of mindset is that? You don't have to go from one extreme to the other. Just because you don't feel like having a bust down middle part, lashes, nails, everything done, doesn't mean you can't take your grooming seriously. You don't have to get your nails done. But you should file them, clip them, maybe put a little bit of oil on them every now and then. That's not asking a lot. You don't have to get these like skin treatments and get exfoliate and do all this stuff, but you should put on lotion. Like, I don't think that's asking for the world. And I guarantee you doing those things is gonna make you feel better. Because you know how you feel when you get out the shower and you scrubbed and you rubbed and you dubbed all over your body? And you're like, I've never felt cleaner. You can do that outside of the house. Just brush your hair. You know what I mean? Wash it. And here's the thing. I also want you to understand the world is shallow. You don't have to be the baddest thing out there, but pretty privilege works in many different ways. Now, obviously people who are just naturally gorgeous are gonna get some things in this life. You don't have to be that. What you do have to do is present yourself as someone who knows things are gonna happen for them, and they will. Pretty privilege, a lot of times what people don't understand is they're looking at people who put an immense amount of effort into their appearance. Think of any beautiful influencer, celebrity, or anything you know. They are putting an immense amount of effort into their appearance. Don't let the advertisements fool you. They're wearing makeup, even if they're not. They're getting Botox done. I'm not advocating for you to do that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying effort is the key, and it looks different for everyone. For you, do your hair today. Do your skincare routine. You don't need to have $1,000 products and everything with gold flakes in your skincare. I use CeraVe. I have a cleanser, I have a moisturizer. And in the morning, I have the cleanser, and then I have a moisturizer that has sunscreen in it. Simplify it, Buki. If I want to have like a little extra glow in my body, I just put on body oil. Any grocery store will have it. So you need to keep in mind, this is how it works, and the world is going to be shallow. Someone can come into the space and you might think that they are experiencing hard times based on the way that they're dressed. You don't know any different because that's just how they look. That's how they've chosen to present themselves today. They look unkempt, but they figured, hey, I have on some archival designer, so people are gonna think I'm cool. Here's what I want you to understand. People don't know that. When you walk out into the world, I want you to put more emphasis on the fact that you should look clean than you should anything else, okay? And I'm saying this as someone who's very passionate about fashion. I get it. I get it. Those are vintage Margielas. That's archival. That is something that you went into the deep back rooms for. But here's the thing. If it doesn't look kept up and it's a vintage piece that looks like it was disintegrated and then pieced back together by sheer force of will and hope, you need to let it go and get a clean shirt and one that looks like it wasn't found in a pit. So that's important. And people will treat you better because of it. Because when you go out into the world and you look good, people are like, I trust this person. The amount of things that come to people who put their best foot forward physically, I can't even begin to explain it. I literally could just throw on a blazer, and the amount of people that come up to me and are like, excuse me, ma'am. Oh, thank you, ma'am. How's your day, ma'am? Versus going out in my sweatsuit, rare occasion. It's not the same experience. So it doesn't mean you're not allowed to dress comfortably. It just means you have to decide the way that you want the world to perceive you. And every single second, someone is perceiving you based on what you're wearing and based on the way that you've chosen to pull yourself together today or not pull yourself together. And that is important. The thing is, I'm not asking for much. Putting your best self out there and looking your best is basic self-care. It's different for all of us, but you could stand to try a little harder. You would be shocked how different your world might appear. So many times people are complaining about the way they're being treated and how people have this pretty privilege and this privilege. And first of all, I don't want to hear about it. I really don't. I grew up dark skinned in Los Angeles. If you know, you know. Now I'm a beautiful woman, but effort is still required. There is not a person in this world that just rolls out of bed, doesn't do anything to their face, their skin, their hair, their nails, their body, their anything, and just looks like the best version of themselves. Effort is required. Effort. You need it. Put it in, please. People can tell the difference. You'll be able to tell the difference. You'll be able to feel the difference. And you will get more done and more things will come your way. Opportunities will open up for you because people will say, wow, this kid's got the look. This kid looks like they have a trustworthy point of view. This person looks like someone I would trust with a certain amount of money or with a opportunity because I know that they'll be presenting themselves well. You guys don't understand, like, regardless of what industry that you work in, if you go somewhere dressed well, and well just meaning put together, people are going to want to choose you because of that. People are going to want to open up to you, ask advice from you, and offer advice to you even because they see someone who cares about the way they look. And it is important because it's not only a representation of you, but it is a representation of whatever company or industry that you're going into. No brand, job, company, anything is going to want to be associated with someone who doesn't care about the way they look. So let's start caring. It's important. Your best look is gonna be different from someone else's. You don't need to choose in between looking a hot mess and getting every bit of work done and like overdoing it every single day or having to wear makeup every day. There is something in between and only you truly know what your best look is. Take inspiration from others. Don't get into the battle of comparing yourself. That's not what I'm asking you to do. I have my own individual thing, but I know how to maximize the way that I look and the way that I feel going out into the world every day. And I know what I'm gonna do to my appearance to make me feel good and confident about the day. And I'm certain you can do the same. And if you truly prefer to still wear sweats every day, everywhere you go, not brush your hair, not put any effort into your appearance, wear that dirty shirt, then I want you to ask yourself, is dressing comfy, casual, or staying in your comfort zone more important than you getting to where you want to in life or living in your true purpose? I promise you, your best self and your best life is on the other side of you trying just a little bit harder, baby. Okay, well, as always, I'm so grateful for my community. Bye. Nefara out.